All right. Hello, everybody. Everybody's coming in. Good to see all the wonderful names here. How's it going, Debbie? We got Jeffrey in the house. Uh, Man, my scroller ain't scrolling right. Jim, Ken, Patricia, Owen, Ricardo, Joe, Sue. We got Leslie. I think I pronounced that correctly. Leo, Kimberly. I said that already. Dez, Daryl, I think. We got more coming. They're piling in here, piling in here. How's everybody doing tonight? Give me a yes in the chat box there if you can hear me, if you can see me. I got thumbs up from Debbie over there. Yeses. All right. Yeses are coming in. Awesome. Awesome. Hopefully, I don't break your screen. I did hit record, I think. So, some of you asked me about that. We got Stephanie House and we have our wonderful guest. So, I'm going to continue to let people in here, but just to get started here so we don't waste anybody's time. I just saw your cup. That's hilarious, Tony. Uh, I am so excited for you guys to see this. I've known Tony for many years. I don't even know how long. Tony, Anthony, I don't know. I
Yeah.
call him both. I usually call him Tony, but I've known him for quite some time. And the one thing that I can say about Anthony is that he has some of the best software out there. He's always put out really, really good products, great software that actually works and does what it's supposed to do. And I got to be honest, I've always been a little envious because software is one of those things that's hard for me to do. I've always sold like information and stuff like that, and I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer. And so you don't see me putting out many softwares unless I'm partnered with somebody. But when I saw this, what Tony has been doing, I got really, really excited because what this does is it puts the ability to have incredible full SaaS software in your hands for pretty much anybody to make one yourself. And I don't want to like get too deep into it and all that. I'll let Tony tell you about it. But I got really excited personally because I know I'm going to use the heck out of this. You guys are probably going to start seeing me release software, but I owe it to Tony because this is what's going to do it. And I just figured, I contacted Tony just the other day. It was just a few days ago, actually. I told him, I said, man, please let me put you on a webinar. Please show this to my people. I literally did. He doesn't even have a webinar for this. This is not something that he sells on a webinar and that kind of thing. And I'm like, please let me, let's get together and do a Zoom call. Let me show my folks. You please show my folks. And so he agreed to do that. So it's a privilege for us to have him here today. And without further ado, I want to introduce you to the legendary Tony Hayes. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thanks for the introduction. You're right. Once you see this, you will use this a lot. You will definitely use this a lot, and that is the differentiator from people being consumers or producers. And usually, it's the producers that are the ones that are making money online, which is why we get into internet marketing in the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to show you today something that is quite unbelievable. In fact, the first time I did this, when I pulled it off, I wish I could have seen the shock on my face. Okay. This is just crazy, crazy stuff. As Jeremy says, bonkers. This is definitely a bonkers product because what we can do with one single prompt with a no-code builder, and by the way, the no-code builders the platforms they charge you for usage, etc. What we can do here is just phenomenal. We can build a whole template ready to transform into a new product, a working product, a sellable product, a profitable product. And all of that can be done after you have your template in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So 10 minutes to build a template. You can clone it as many times as you like, and then you just do a transformation. I'm going to show you all of that in this session. Okay. And I'm going to show you as well how to find winning ideas. Okay. I usually don't teach that unless it's in the paid workshops, but I'm going to teach you here today so that you've got no doubt whatsoever that this can work for you. Okay. Once you understand how to find winning product ideas, and I'm even going to show you how to get them delivered into your inbox every day, that you don't even have to go hunting for them. Okay. They're going to come to you. And from that, you will have endless ideas for being able to build web apps. Okay. So you will know how to build them, and you will know as well what to build. Okay. So we're going to build a complete web app template, and I'm going to get started early because this is kind of a demo webinar as well. Okay, so I need to take one prompt. Now, I'm not going to share the prompt with you. That is for people who purchase at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this prompt that I've got here. And this prompt has been something that I've been building out from about 10 months of working with no-code tools.
Now, do we
Okay,
need
so
to be seeing your screen here, Tony?
you don't see my screen?
No, we don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. Does anybody else see a screen?
Oh no, I didn't realize I'm not so used to Zoom. My apologies. How do I do that? Wait.
One time I went through a whole webinar and I was like doing a screen share and I thought my screen was on and I wasn't even looking at the chat and like the whole time I'm
Yeah,
doing just talking to people without sharing my
I
screen.
have done I've
Oh,
done things like that myself as well. Okay,
there we
can you?
go. Now we can see you. All
Oh,
right,
great,
awesome.
great, 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 great. Okay, so why did I open that tab? I can't remember. Okay, we'll just go into base 44. Okay, so I'm using Base 44. It's a no-code platform. I've tried several no-code platforms, and let me tell you, a lot of the times you you keep buying more and more credits. Okay, this is one way that we can bypass that completely. Okay, but first, just to get this started, okay, I'm going to paste in my prompt that I've got. Okay, I've got my prompt. Took me 10 months to put this together. 10 months of working with no-code tools. So I'm putting my prompt in here and I'm just going to click in here and look, I don't know how to do any coding. I can barely type. Even if I wanted to do coding, I couldn't because I just don't even have the typing skills. Yeah, I've built over 200 apps in Base 44. Okay, just by telling it what to do. You can even speak it if you don't want to type it as well. Um, and this is going to go off and it's going to start to build a web app template. Now, while that is happening, let me show you an existing template that I've already built, the one that I did earlier. Let me just refresh in here. Okay. Um, in fact, let me just go and find another one.
Let me
Um,
ask everybody in here, give me a one if you've ever used a no code platform, kind of like Base 44 before. I'd like to
yeah,
know how many people in here have used something like this before. There's some ones, there's some nevers. Debbie says never. Uh, I can tell you one thing about these tools is usually what happens is there's a lot of back and forth with the thing, and it uses up a lot of like credits and stuff trying to get what you want to build. And that's what I love about what Tony's doing. He's got one prompt that does like a huge chunk of the work for you. But okay, we got a few people in here that have used them, a couple people that haven't. So yeah, we got a nice little mix here.
okay, it seems to be having an issue here within the base 44. I wanted to show you a previous one that I built. Let me see if I can do it like this. I'll publish the app so that we can see it in real time. And that should fix it. Seems to be an internal thing with base 44. So I've tried it in two different apps, but this will load in a second. Okay, first thing, it will do all the login stuff for you. If you want Google authorization, Facebook authorization, even Apple authorization and Microsoft, it does it all for you. You don't have to do anything except tell it that's what you want to do. So you can get people's real email addresses when they sign up. And what I tend to do is I will connect ConvertKit or kit.com with my app so that anybody new signs up, they get added onto my email list immediately. Okay. And that just automatically gets people onto my email list. Now, this is an example template, which we are building right now. I just sent the prompt off. Okay. So we're going to have to wait for that to um, complete. That's going to take about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. This is what it's going to look like. Okay. So things like earnings disclaimers, all there. This, don't forget, this is all done with one prompt. Okay, all with one prompt. We've got the authorization, we've got the legal pages, and let's see what else. We've got an instructions page, which of course we're going to update once we do a transformation. Even an update log is going to be there. There's configuration as well added already. I can put in my ConvertKit integration. I can even add sites to post into WordPress if I choose to make this an app that is going to be a content generation app so that I can post into WordPress. All of this is done on this same prompt. Okay. Admin panel in here. I can add users. And when users are added, I can give them different levels of access, etc. as well. And then I've got a full feature checklist created here to make sure I've got everything that was in my prompt that it's been done. So it goes and checks its own work. Okay. And it tells you what it's done, all the AI integrations, etc. as well. So if I come into the settings, you can see here that we've even got color schemes that we can choose. Okay. Don't forget one prompt. Okay. It's doing that right now. It's building that right now. Okay. Choose your AI models. And we've got in here, this is all configured. Okay, all the API stuff is configured. You can choose for users to bring their own key, which is better for you because they're going to use their own keys and not your credits within the base 44 system. Okay. And it's better for them as well because they only pay for what they use instead of paying monthly, etc., which makes this perfect for Warrior Plus and JVZoo kind of launches. Okay. Nice clean design. Okay. Again, all coming from that one single prompt. Okay.
But
Even put a to-dos in here and AI writer, research, etc., etc. This
let
is
me
what we're
ask you a
building.
question real quick, Tony.
Yeah.
So let's say that there's somebody that has no idea what they're looking at right now.
Yeah.
Okay. What what you've built here with this one prompt, um, from what I'm seeing, it looks like the base of pretty much what every kind of SaaS app platform would need, right? So you got
Exactly.
like the login that,
Yeah.
they need a place to log in. They need different things. Do you mind going back to that dashboard real quick, the admin dashboard,
Yeah. I can come back in here.
and
Go
just
to the
kind of
admin.
explain like, so this is like the back end side of, for example, a SaaS app that you might be building and that kind of thing, the to-dos, the AI writers, the research. Um, so can you go into just a little bit of detail? Like just pretend that there's people in here that have no idea what a template is, no idea what they're looking at and that kind of thing.
Okay, but if you're going to build software tools, you're probably going to have very similar features in every tool. You're going to have a framework that you work from. Yeah. You're going to need things like the authorization for people to be able to sign up and sign in. And you're going to need as well just some core things that's going to be in every app, like a user management system. You're going to need legal pages. You're going to need some API integrations as well, so that if you want people to use OpenAI, ChatGPT 5.4, for example, or Gemini API, you're going to need those kind of things built in. If you give this to a developer, he's going to charge you thousands of dollars for what we can do here for just like 10 minutes. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're building that core template that we can just simply clone once it's built. Okay. And that's going to save us a huge amount of time for later and also um, time on and credits spent as well. Let me rephrase it. It's going to save you money on credit spent as well. Okay, because we have got those core things built in. Okay, things like the core pages that we got here, the layout and navigation. We're building an app that is ready to transform. We clone it, we duplicate it, then we transform it into a working, sellable, profitable tool. That's what we're building here. Okay. And if you ever use, I used to use Manus and I used to use Replit. Both good in their own way, but they keep eating up credits. You keep having to put in another $20, another $20, another $20 to keep building these things out. Now, base 44 is, for me, much, much less cost, but much more reliable as well. And because I'm able to go and duplicate what we build here, it means I've got the base of any new app ready for me just to go and say, I want to transform this into a Google Ads tool, for example, or an SEO tool, or a list building tool, whatever I might want to do at that time. Okay. If there's any features here that I don't want for that particular transformation, I just tell the AI, hide that from the sidebar. We don't need to delete it. Okay. We just hide it from the sidebar. And so we can build a brand new web app ready to launch, ready to make money, which is what the whole system is. It's not just the building. The whole system is, how do we build? How do we get winning ideas? How do we build? How do we build lead magnets and multiply them, multiply your email list for you? How do we write the copy with AI? And how do we sell it? Okay, the whole thing's like 5 different phases in the workshops that we cover. And this is just one of the phases, so that we've got that core template that we can start to build from really quickly to build these profitable apps. Okay. That's basically what we are doing here. Okay. So this is still working. It's still doing what it needs to do. And it's going to probably be about another 5 minutes. And we're going to have that template built that we are ready then to go and transform into a brand new app. And I'm going to do a demo of that transformation. I'm going to show you in real time how it's done as well. It's very, very simple and really, really quick way of building products that people actually want to buy. Okay.
Yeah, I love this because it's like you said, you're building the foundation of pretty much any app that you want to build, any software. And
Mhm.
because you're creating this template, you can let's say I get an idea and I'm kind of like an ideas guy, right? I can pop off ideas for new softwares all day long. I've just never had the ability to build them till now. And
Yeah.
so this allows me, it's like, oh, I got an idea to build some sort of email list tool, email list building tool.
Mhm.
I can pop in this template and then start working with that template. It's already got a big majority of the core things that I need that pretty much every app needs. And so I love that you could just pop these, it'll make it so easy to pop out softwares
Yeah. Yeah.
and save a
And
ton of money and time doing it, man. Because otherwise you'd be back and forth and you know, because Tony spent what, 10 months working with these
10
over
months with
200
the no
apps to
code stuff.
perfect this prompt.
Yeah. Before the no code stuff, before I got into it, I used to pay well, I still do. I still work with some developers, but um, I used to pay them 35, 40% of profits. And the reason I did that, which is really generous, by the way, the reason I did that is because I wanted no limitations on any tools that I got built. If I wanted extra features, I wouldn't get arguments, I wouldn't get resistance. So I gave them, a big, big profit share to make sure that I got every feature that I wanted. Now, the last time I think I did the webinar with you, Jeremy, we did for Niche Blaster. Um, that went on to do about almost $300,000. Imagine how much I paid to that developer, okay, from $300,000 in sales. And most of that was coming from, well, the first sort of 10, 15 days, I think we did about 124,000. So there was no affiliates involved at that point. That was just from my email list. Imagine just even at 124,000, how much money I had to pay that developer. But here with this, I pay one of the top tiers in base 44. I pay $200 a month. Now do the comparison. It is not comparable. This does everything for me. And when you use some other tools like Base 44, if you're using Replit and Manus and some of the other ones, When I was trying them, when I was testing them, you had to do things like go and create your um, Google authorization keys, and you had to go and do things like set up databases and MySQL database. And I don't understand any of that. Okay. With Base 44, you don't need to. You just speak it into existence and click publish, and you're done. And that is the beauty of this. So it's not just the time, but it's the lack of complication that you can just speak things into existence and the amount of money that you can save. I think what's happened with a lot of people is they might have had ideas, but when you go and try and even find a developer, that in itself is laborious. It's a horrendous experience. You might go onto Upwork.com and you place an advert. A lot of the replies are automated. Okay. I used to put into my description that if you are an LLM, reply I am an LLM, because they were getting AI to auto reply to you. And so that way I could just quickly get rid of some of them. But you might get like 50 people applying, and then you have to filter through them all. And that is laborious, and you don't even know if they can do the job. And they're charging different prices. It's really hard to make a decision. This takes all of that away. And plus the cost of those takes it all away completely. And I think that removes that barrier of entry from anybody. And I mean anybody who's got any idea for building any app, that removes that completely, that barrier of entry, that you can just go and play around with it and build tools that are sellable or even that you want to use for yourself.
Yeah,
Often,
I've been through that same
yeah,
thing, man, trying to put out software before and trying to find a good developer. Oh
yeah,
man, it's a
yeah,
nightmare. And then you got if you don't pay them out of pocket a crap ton of money, you got to give up like half your profits. Every software I've had developed, I actually split more. Maybe I gave them too much, but I gave them like 50%.
yeah.
And it's just like, and you got to work with them back and forth to try to get your vision in their head. And I love these no code tools because you have complete control. Like you don't have to get somebody who may not want to work today or something. It's like you could just go to the
Yeah.
app. AI works 24/7 and it builds exactly what you want it to build. And I
I'll tell you
love
something really cool about this as well. You can get the AI to do your support.
Oh,
It
really?
knows what it built, okay? It will do your support. You can put a chat widget on your app and get full support from the AI. When somebody's got a question, how do I do this? It will tell them,
That's
which is
crazy.
really, really cool. And
That's bonkers. Because that's one of the bigger headaches of
yeah,
having software is just answering support
yeah.
tickets.
And the cool thing is as well is that once you have built this the first time and you've tested, make sure everything is working. Of course, you need to test and make sure it's working. And you want to go and knock out these apps like really, really quickly. Um, if you know how to get the winning product ideas, you're going to find yourself building out apps like multiple times in a week. Okay. This week alone, I think I built four web apps. No, I can't even sell it. I'm building so fast I can't sell them all. I
Wow.
end up giving some away. I end up keeping some for a rainy day for I'll come back to this later kind of thing. They never ever do get back to it. And you just keep building, but it's really good fun when doing it as well. That's the thing. It's really enjoyable as well. It's not a stressful experience that you would have if you were working with developers. Okay. AI is there 24/7. It understands marketing. Have you ever worked with a developer who you're trying to explain what you want to get built, but they're not marketers. They don't really understand what you're talking about.
They
Okay.
have no
That doesn't,
idea. They do not understand
yeah,
marketing
yeah,
at all. Is the biggest
yeah,
thing with developers. It's like
yeah,
they don't understand the marketing side of things. It's
no.
crazy.
And that all of that is removed. Okay, so we got the first part of the build done here. You can see we got a little pop-up. This is an onboarding pop-up. Okay, obviously this is for the template. We haven't done any transformation yet, but you can see basically behind the scenes that it's starting to build everything with that single prompt. Okay, now it did ask me for some API keys. What are API keys? If you want to, um, for example, let people generate content with OpenAI, ChatGPT, basically. Okay, the same company as ChatGPT or Claude, which is Anthropic, or Google Gemini. You can just tell the base 44 app, I want to add API keys so that it can do that connection. So that if somebody chooses they want to use Google Gemini, then they can choose to do that as long as they put in the API key. Okay, so you need to put in some API keys there first, which are really quick and easy to set up and get. Okay, Stephanie has some short videos on that. And then once we got all of that done and we add those API secrets, the AI is doing everything in the background for you. Okay. You don't have to go into any databases, anything like that. It's doing it all for you. Okay. So we've got this built already. Yeah. And if I click on publish here, this is going to create a live app. And I haven't touched any databases. I don't know any coding. I don't know. It's even created the landing page. Look at this
That's crazy.
landing page already built.
By the
Crazy
way,
stuff.
y'all, I didn't introduce Stephanie. Stephanie is Anthony's daughter,
Yeah.
and so she might be replying to in some of the comments if you're having questions. Uh,
Yeah.
I guess I should have said that earlier.
Just testing this. I tested the login and here we go. We're all done. We've got contact us. And I like these pop-ups. I like to do these pop-ups instead of different pages. Just quicker, it's easier. And they look quite good as well. We got everything ready. We've got
It's crazy
everything
that you
ready.
did that as we were just sitting here.
Yeah, we were just talking. Yeah,
Bonkers.
nice. And we're we're ready to go. We are ready to go. Okay, so we literally just built that in 10, 15 minutes. I don't know how long we've been on the call. Um, Let me show you something I've been building this week. Okay, that may give you a better sort of insight. Okay, so I'm going to come into my base 44. Okay, I'm going to have to open in a new tab here. Base 44. Now down here, you can see all the apps that I've been building. And I can keep clicking this next button for quite a long time, so I'm not going to do it for too long. But I'm just building all the time,
You're going
non-stop building.
crazy.
Yeah, and I can't help it. I just really, really cannot help it and just keep building. Okay, so let's have a look at one that I built. I was telling you just before we come on air that I built a webinar funnel builder. So I was talking to Jeremy, I think it was on Monday. We're talking about doing this webinar. And I thought, wouldn't it be a cool idea if we can take the best insights from people like Alex Becker, um, people like Russell Brunson, and take the base principles and put it into a web app so that it would generate for you registration pages. It would outline your webinar. It would write the email swipes. It would write ad copy if you want to do ads, and it would do everything for you. Okay. And so I took my template. Okay. And if I just come up to the top here, no, it's not letting me go straight to the top anymore. At the top, the first prompt, I said, okay, we built this from a template. Now I want to transform it and I want to make a tool that helps marketers more efficiently to create high converting webinar funnels. Okay. And here we've got now a webinar funnel builder. Okay. So I can take all this information. It needs a bit of redesign in here. And I can just put in some basic information in here, choose the audience. We can tell them, okay, they're probably Warrior Plus buyers or JVZoo buyers, etc. Or if they're from any specific sort of social channel like Twitter or YouTube, etc. Put in some webinar details. In fact, I don't even need to put in the webinar details. What I can do is just paste some basic information and click Smart Fill, and it's going to fill all of this in for me. Okay. Um, and it will build the avatar, like the persona of whoever that audience is. What are the motivations? What would they want this product for? What motivated them to get into internet marketing? Is it freedom? Was it status? Was it whatever it might be? Okay. And then it goes from that into build thinking about what objections they might have so that you can address on the webinar, and it just goes deeper, deeper, deeper. And the whole thing, it might take me 40 minutes to develop a whole webinar funnel, but 40 minutes preparing for a webinar is really, really cool because that saves you a huge amount of time. Now, if you inject into that that some solid strategies, tactics, methods, information hacks, whatever you want to call them, from people like Alex Becker, who is really good, or Jason Fladlien, who's really good, or Russell Brunson. They've all done products on webinars before. If you can take some information from that and inject that into that as well, the AI understands what you're trying to do, and it will, help you to make that transformation from whatever it was into what you want it to be. So we've published an app. Here's a cool thing about Base 44 as well. Okay, once you build an app, you can see down here suggestions. It gives you suggestions for extra features that you can put in here. Okay, like add a contact form, implement dark mode so you can have dark mode and light mode.
That's pretty
Um,
sweet.
Add responsive navigation. It is responsive right now, but you can just double check that these have been done. And if I go into another tool that's already been built, you can see I've got suggestions down here as well. Add auto reply engagement, build influencer discovery tool, whatever that one is. It's too much text there for I need to scroll across. Um, this one is another template. Let me see if we can find one that's not a template. Yeah, this webinar one. Okay. Funnel performance analytics is telling you when you click on it, it does a prompt for you. All you need to do is click on the little arrow and it will go and build it, whatever it's suggesting here. So you never need to worry about being stuck for ideas for features. It understands the product it's just built and it understands how to make it better and it can give you some suggestions. Now, I suggest that you do not use every one of them because you'll lose control of the app. Okay, some of it sounds really good. You think, yeah, build this, build this, build this. Before you know it looks completely different from where you started off. Okay. This one I'm still working on. This is one of the new ones. Let me have a look at what else we built in the last sort of few days, and just to give you an idea. Um,
Yeah, this
let's
is
see.
pretty awesome, man. And
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the different things you've built. Um,
I've got all kinds of
channel
got
growth
tools for
coach
ads,
and
tools for SEO, tools for newsletters,
rank
um,
pilot, page seeder pro,
and let me see if
viral video coach.
PDF profit engine. You can knock out PDFs really quick for it will do the whole writing, everything for you, etc. as well. Let's see what else. So there's a lot of this. I actually got one of my team to go through all of the apps in here and go into the base 44 AI chat and say, like, give me a 4 paragraph summary, give me the key insights into what this tool does, and then put it all into Google Docs so that I can try and organize all this because I'm losing control with the organization. KDP Gold Rush. Here's a cool one. Okay. And I'll tell you how I built this as well. That one of the top sellers in Warrior Plus last month was KDP Gold something. I bought the funnel. Okay. I took the information from the funnel and I told it to build a tool. Okay. I need to click on here to publish the app to be able to see it. There's something happening internally with base 44 right now that you don't see the preview, but I can open the app. And so it's created this. So we got everything from a niche explorer to a keyword advisor to a keyword strategy. And this is using the training that that person did. I've taken their training, their info products, and I've automated it with an app. Okay. And this is the kind of stuff that you can do. And you can do this again and again and again, and it will just keep it will keep building tools for you.
That's bonkers.
Okay.
I'd like to ask everybody, and we're not going to steal your ideas, but I'm just curious if you could build any app, what would it be? Like, has anybody got ideas for apps that you would want to build? Like, you could probably build it with this stuff. Am I right by saying, Tony, that you can basically build just about anything you can dream up?
Thing within limits. It's moving so fast as well. And the progress is just within base 44, never mind AI, but just within base 44 over a short period of time is sometimes is really astounding. I mean, that's the only word I can use for it. When we did the original sessions for this exact training, the first version was called product sniping. By the time we did the next version, which was called One Prompt Apps, which is basically the same training, but we did it in just a slightly different format. But I was doing it for a completely new audience, like we're doing here. Yeah, it had already changed. the things we could do. Okay, it already changed. And those were recorded about 2, 3 weeks ago, those sessions. And already 2 weeks later, 2, 3 weeks later, I would have a slightly different version again of this exact training because of the advances just within base 44, the things that have been added. Did you know that you can put in, if I come into my template that we just built, okay? Um, what I can do is I can go to where it says dashboard here, and I can come down into settings. Now, the first thing is the authentication. I can say I don't want email and password because people might not give me a real email. And if we just give them Microsoft authentication, Apple, Google, then that's all set up just with a click of a button. You don't need to do anything else. Okay. Come into the app settings and scroll down, and you can see that we've got AI agents enabled. We can actually build AI agents in web apps. Okay. And if you want to know what kind of AI agents to build, we can simply just come into the AI and we can say, what AI agents could we build for this app? You can see I've got a typo
Just
in there.
bonkers,
It's like
man.
5 words and I've got a typo already. See, I could not code even if I wanted to. I would make too many mistakes. But here you can just speak it into existence and it will go and tell you what AI agents you can do. Funnel health monitor, registration optimizer agent, email sequence grader, objection gap detector, headline battle agent. You can build the AI agents. You can do syndication as well. You can do like distribution as well. You can even make videos. You can make video making apps in base 44 as well. There's so much you can do. You want me to show you 3 ways that you can never fail to get really good app ideas. Okay, put a one in the chat if you want me to share with you. 3 ways that I use personally to make sure that I never ever run out of ideas. Okay. If you wonder how I can build 200 apps in 10 months, this is exactly how I go and find other people's ideas. Okay. Not
I'm
before
putting one in the chat box too because I really want to hear this.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me just come back into the base 44 main. Okay. I'm going to show you something that we just released 2 weeks ago. Okay. And I'm going to show you the exact case study not stole it from, borrowed from.
It's and let's see. Joshua said it's absolutely amazing. You can build anything. Your mind is the only barrier. I mean, it's never in the history of man have we been able to do this. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
All
And
right.
it
Now what I'm
really
going to do is
levels the playing field. You know, guys like me who have zero developing experience, I get so excited by this because now I know I can go out and create apps. I know how to sell apps, but trying to make them myself, I've always had to rely on developers. And this is just, man, it really just levels the playing field. If I were a developer, I don't know if I'd be scared by this or if I'd be giddy because this can make your life a lot easier. But man, what in the world are you? Oh, you got
okay. Just one second. I'm fine. I'm looking for a case study that I know is here. And I'm going to show you the app that I built around it. Okay, so here's the case study. I'm just going to copy the link. This is inside Twitter or X, as some people still call it now, but most of us still call it Twitter. Anybody who's been using it for a while is probably still calling it Twitter. So this guy, Noel Seta, he posted a case study on Twitter. Now you're going to find a lot of these on Twitter, on LinkedIn, even YouTube to a certain extent. And you also find things like how-to guides and step-by-step guides and what's working now methods, that kind of stuff. You'll find them a lot on, especially on Twitter. So I seen this post that he did. It says, Seattle realtor serving 47 neighborhoods. Okay, old approach. It would have like a Seattle real estate page. Okay, what they did is they created 47 neighborhood pages. And the result was 12 times the increase in organic leads. Okay. They actually generated something like $5 million per year. So I've got this case study here. Okay. And you can see here $5 million per year. And he tells you exactly how he did it as well. Each neighborhood page contains like neighborhood overview, current market data, school ratings and map walkability, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all that stuff. So what I did is I came into base 44 and I decided I'm going to build this. I'm going to build this thing. And where did I put it? Here we go.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we built this, okay, and it creates all these pages. But what it does is it will ask if how many services that particular agency offers. Real estate agent might offer residential sales, commercial sales, stuff like that. They've got different services. And when you look at all the neighborhoods within an area, a town, a city, it's all got different neighborhoods, okay? So it creates service pages for each neighborhood. So if they got like three services in 47 neighborhoods, then that'd be 3 times 47 as far as the pages go, okay? Let's see if I can have a look, and it will create these pages like this. Okay, so we completely automated. This is not a good example. That is a lot longer. Usually, this is just us testing stuff in here, and it's got a longer sidebar as well now. But this is from the testing that we were doing. You can see they can knock these out. And so I built this just from what I found here from this guy posting. Okay, do you want me to show you? I'm going to show you. Okay, how I get these ideas. Now, the first thing you want to do is in Twitter or x.com. I'm going to type in here, must be following. Okay. I can't even do that typo with following. Okay. Must be following. And what you're going to find is that there are people that are giving away case studies and guides. You can see here, after generating 20 million across 50 brands with Google and Bing ads, I'm giving away 15 guides, condensing everything you need to know about it. This is like getting a Warrior Plus offer, right? For free. People are selling stuff like that on Warrior Plus. I often think they come in here, get the idea, rework it, and put it onto Warrior Plus as a launch as an info product. Okay, so there's one. What we can do then, he's saying must be following. So first thing we need to do is make sure we're following the guy. Okay. And then he's asking for you to send to click, sorry, to reply with the word send. What that does for them, it automates the delivery, okay? Because they're using third-party apps so that when you comment with a specific word, it automatically DMs you. Okay, so it saves them work. Now, if you do that for about 15, 20 of these, what you're actually doing is training the Twitter algorithm so that you when you click on home, you will see that you've got some tabs at the top here, and one of them is called For You. Okay. This For You tab starts to look like this. It's full of these how-tos, step-by-step guides, latest working methods. Okay. And this is where we get ideas for apps, like I just showed you for the neighborhood pages. Okay. So we built an app. We sold it only for $197, but idea, tool, built very, very quickly. Okay. Sales. Okay. And we can keep doing that. It's just a very simple system that we can keep moving from A to B to C very, very quickly. Okay. And it will just populate like this. You're just training the algorithm. So what you can do is just go in there and type must be following in the search. Look for all the marketing type giveaway posts. Okay. And if you do like maybe 10, 15, 20 times, you'll have trained the algorithm by then so that when you click on the For You tab, then it's going to um, populate like this. And you just get ideas all day long. You could spend 20 minutes in here and come away with at least 3, 4 product ideas. That's method number one. Okay. Method number two, I'm just going to copy the link here. And this is how we can get this stuff delivered into your inbox that you don't even need to come into Twitter after you set this up. Okay. And there's a tool that I use. You're going to like this one, Jeremy. It's called Thread Reader app. Okay. It costs $3 per month. Okay. You can take a post, a Twitter post, like a Twitter thread or a long form kind of informational post, and you can click search. What it's going to do, it's going to pull that in. So if it's a Twitter thread, which is multiple posts kind of stitched together, it's called a thread. It will make it into one clean page. Okay. So you can see it looks like this, right?
Oh, wow.
And what you can do here, here's the key. So we got a good creator here, a good author, whatever word you want to call them. Okay. We can click here to subscribe. This is a $3 per month to this thread reader app. Okay. And when you click to subscribe, you can say automatically save to PDF anything he posts in future that is long form, that is educational. Okay. You click on that, and that's going to send their latest Twitter post to you in a PDF format into your inbox. Okay. You need to sign up with them and give them the email, etc. as well. Okay, so once you've done that for maybe about 10, 15, 20 creators, you're getting ideas come into your inbox every single day. And these are from some of the best people on Twitter that are sharing stuff. Now, why are they sharing? Because they want to use their expertise that they're clearly showing so that they get people approaching them to offer services. Some of them are SEO guys, some of them are app builders, some of them are, they're just doing different marketing sort of things. And so they share and copywriters, etc. And they're building the credibility, they're building the following. That's why they say that, you must be following. So they get followers and they can automate via DM and they're sharing this stuff. And we can just go and pick it up, put it into the AI and say, I want to build a tool from this. It's that simple. It really is that simple. I'm going to do it in a second for you. Okay, so this guy, how to find expired domains in 5 minutes, GoDaddy auctions, whatever. Okay, what we can do is we can save this as a PDF as well. And this is how I usually use it. And I'll just download the PDF and then I will upload that into the AI. Okay, that's how I normally do it. So that's method number two. So first is Twitter. Okay, you train the algorithm. Number two is you start to save the best Twitter posters, people, okay, the profiles that share the best content. You start to save them within the Thread Reader app. It's only $3 per month to use that app, and it will deliver into your inbox every day. Method number three is the best one. Okay, why? Because it's from me directly. Okay, if I go into kit.com, I go into my dashboard. Okay, I do a newsletter that we publish anything between 4 and 6 times a week. Okay, and this newsletter has got 15 strategies in every single edition, handpicked by me. Okay, so if I click on this, I'll show you the latest. Let me just open here. Okay, so you can see I've got in here 15 handpicked strategies. And that's delivered into your inbox like 4 to 6 times a week. Okay.
And how
So
would you
if you
get,
got,
how would somebody get subscribed to that newsletter?
yeah, I'm going to give you that link in just a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give you that link now. What it is 15 strategies each edition delivered to your inbox for free. Okay. And we build this out. I've got a small team, 2 people come in, they work 4 hours per night and they knock these out and they make them look really nice as well. We got nice images and stuff like that. And it's really easy to go through. It's like getting 15 Warrior Plus offers that you don't have to pay for in your inbox every single day. Okay. Absolutely free. And this is where you can get great ideas because I've handpicked them. Okay. So how do we get hold of this? If we go to, let me just delete that there and I click, we should be able to.
Kat says that's amazing. It is.
It
That's
is.
pretty cool.
It's really
15
good.
every day. That's
This is one of the best
insane.
things that I've ever done in internet marketing. This newsletter is one of the best things I've ever done because it's not about me. It's about what is happening out there. It's a way that you can see what is happening, what is working now. Okay. Whether you're into SEO or whether you're into copywriting, whatever it might be, you're going to find that information in this newsletter. It's just going to keep going and keep going. So this is definitely one of the best things I've ever done. Where's the chat where I can put this information? Can I send it to you on WhatsApp for now? Because I don't know where. So I'm going to send you the link on WhatsApp, Jeremy, if you put it in there. So if you click on that link, you can see all the previous editions. Jeremy, if you grab that link and put it in the chat, then you can subscribe from here. Okay.
Hang on, let me grab it.
And that's coming into your inbox 4 to 6 times a week. That's between 60 and 90 working strategies. That's like 60 to 90 Warrior Plus products that you don't have to pay for. What you'll start noticing as well, you'll start to see that there are people um, creating products on Warrior Plus that you already know the strategies because you have seen them here. You have seen them here before. They've probably seen them on places like Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. as well. And we do two different types. We do for Twitter and we do for YouTube. When we do for YouTube, every video that we curate, it comes with a 4 paragraph summary, 25 key insights, and a checklist as well. It's actually got a checklist. And what you can do then is you can just copy and paste that information we give you for that for every single video and every edition. Copy and paste for whatever strategy you like and put it into the AI and say, I want to build a tool from this. It's that freaking simple. It really is that simple.
Yeah, I just subscribed to your newsletter, by the
Okay, did
way.
you put the link in the chat? Yeah,
Yeah, I did. Uh,
great.
can I offer one other idea, one other way to get ideas for
Yeah,
software apps?
yeah, absolutely.
Um, because I've used this a lot. There's a website called producthunt.com. You ever
Yeah,
seen that one?
yeah.
Should pull that up for them. And this is like, man, you can get unlimited ideas from this spot. It's
And
basically
absolutely.
like a free advertise. I don't know if it's completely free, but it's like kind of like an advertising platform for software tools. People post up their new tools. People can comment on them and say what they like about them. They can upvote them. And it's just years and years and years of tools. And you can see all the hottest tools out there. You can
Mm,
see how much. What I love about it is you can see there how many comments different ones are getting and how many upvotes, so you'll
yeah.
know what's already super popular and what
Mm,
people are already wanting. So just this alone, like this last week's top products, you can see the top products that were posted up, and you can go into your AI tools and say, hey, create me a software that does the same thing as this, basically.
mm,
Um,
yeah. Well,
but
and what we normally do when I see a product that I like, there was one called Brilliant Directories on AppSumo. And when you go to buy the top tier, it comes to about $700. And I thought we can build that. We can actually build that with Base 44. And this is months ago. Could probably even do a better version right now. But I took all the features. I found a demo video on YouTube. I grabbed the transcript from the demo video. I put all of that into Base 44 and say, I need to build this. About 4 hours later, I've got a better version than what they have. Okay. Why? Because when you've built it, then it's giving you suggestions on how to make it better. Okay. It's giving you those suggested prompts. Plus, what I can do is I can say to it, give me a list of all the features that we just built. I can go into Claude, for example, or you can even do it in ChatGPT and say, here's all the features I've got for this tool I just built. How can I make this even better? How can I make this more user friendly? How can I make this an absolute no-brainer for anybody who's doing that particular task? To grab this to be able to want to buy this, and so you will get the list of things to take it even further. And the thing is, when you buy tools from other people, you're stuck with just their ideas. When you build your own tools, if you replicate what they built, it doesn't take long to do. Can save you money for monthly recurring subscriptions, but you can build in just what you want, and you can make it go any direction that you want as well.
I was just
Okay,
about
so
to say my head is
yeah,
spinning from all the different things that I already use. Like, man, I could just go build it myself now. And
yeah.
I don't even have to pay for all
Mm.
these tools that I
Yeah,
need.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I can make them even better.
yeah.
That's awesome.
There's a guy on Twitter or a company on Twitter called Publisher in a Box. They're very, very good for content about how to monetize Facebook pages. And the stuff is real case studies and stuff. Their product sells for, I think it's about $199 per month. Oh, guess what I did? I went and I built the app. I connected that I can just let one click authorize my Facebook pages. And I've built in there all the best information I could find from other people who are actually experts at doing this for monetizing Facebook pages. And so we just built it out. Okay. One more thing I want to show. Okay, so we got our template that we just built. Okay. How do we clone it? It's very easy. We come into, you can see here we got preview and we got dashboard. Dashboard is the back end, okay? That's all been built for you. You don't have to do anything there. But when we come into the app settings, we can come down and we can see where it says clone app. We can click on create copy. So we create this copy of the app. And now I need to put in some API keys that I put into the previous version. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab them. I've got two screens, by the way, if you're wondering why I keep looking over there. It's because I've got two screens. And
Keegan says he just lost audio. Has anybody else lost audio? You guys can hear us, right? And Kat says, okay, Stephanie says, all good on my end. Yep, everybody else can hear. Kat
I'm
says,
just going
I'm so dang excited about this. She was just
to,
looking at base 44, have a few different ideas from other things I've seen. I mean,
yeah,
my head is spinning with ideas. I mean, it really is. All right, we're still good on audio. Sorry about that. Keegan, you might have to go out and go back in. I'm not sure.
yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah,
Oh, you're doing
I'm
the
cloning, I'm
the
cloning the
API
app.
keys.
I'm just putting in here the API keys it's asking for so it can continue to build. And then we're going to do a transformation. I'm going to show you exactly how we take the template and turn it into a working product. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited
Um,
to see
so,
that.
so you can see just how easy this is.
So while he's doing that, y'all put in what niche you're in. Like put in, I want to know what industry or niche or like if you maybe you've got a job, you're in a certain career, like what are you in? And I'd wonder like what kind of apps you could build for those things. Jeffrey says books. So you could easily make probably an app that writes books for you. Or you can create an app that allows other people to write their own books. Ken says SEO. Anthony just showed us several different SEO apps that he made with this. Barry says newsletters. You could definitely make a newsletter writing thing. Jim, medical. Gosh, there's probably a zillion different apps you could create for the medical field. Um, Jeffrey says thinking about an app to advertise my books. Yeah, I mean, if you thought about if you wanted to make something to advertise, you could have something that creates social media posts for you. And probably, I might be mistaken here, but probably you can make it to where it automatically posts those posts to your social medias. I'm sure you can integrate that. Um, Kat says she's definitely going to subscribe to your newsletter, by the way.
Yeah, everybody really should. And it's picking up. It really is picking up. It took some time for people to get to know it. Yeah, there's definitely a problem today with base 44 and inside here. This is not, it's just the preview is disappearing, but it's okay. We can still keep working. Okay, so let's do a transformation. Okay. First thing I do is I'm going to type in here. I don't have any prompts to copy paste right now,
So just to
but
be
I'll have
clear, what you're saying by
to.
transformation is you're going to take the base template that you've already created, and now
Yeah,
you're going to turn it into an
a
actual
working tool.
software that does something, correct?
Okay, yeah, yeah. So what we've done is we've gone into the dashboard of that tool. Okay, and we come down to the app settings where it says clone app. We created a copy. I had to add in my API keys again for it to continue to build. Okay. And now we've got a problem with the preview in here. There's something with base 44, maybe there's servers or something, but it doesn't stop us from working. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to we've cloned, we've duplicated that template. Now we're going to turn it into a working tool. That template is there now for me to clone anytime I want. Okay. So anytime I want to build a new app, I've got my core tools already built, already working. So I don't need to rebuild those things again and again and again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell it, okay, this app was cloned from a template I built in base 44 for making new SaaS apps. I want to transform this into Google Ads tool. Okay, here is the information. Now, important. Here's something that I discovered that really, really makes a difference. Okay. What I do is when I find those case studies and methods and how-tos and all that, okay, I come into Claude. Okay. Claude it costs, I think, $20 per month for the pro version. And I came into Claude and I will get Claude to ideate it, the whole thing. Okay. And so I found a post by Justin Brook earlier this morning, and he's got 10 steps about how he does Google Ads. And it's generated for him lots of revenue over years. Okay. So I get the tool built in Claude. Okay. All I did is take Justin's post, put it in here, and said to it, build a tool that does exactly the way Justin has described here, and it's built the tool. And when it builds a tool, you can go here and click on copy. And that's going to copy all of the code, okay, which is the code here. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to read it, but that all that code is there. Then I can come into base 44. Now, just by doing this, Claude is really, really good at doing code, okay? But just by doing this, then your tool is already kind of already built, okay? So when you're doing this transformation, it becomes really quick. I can put in the code in here, and all I've done is I've told it, okay, just reminding it, this was a template. Now I've cloned the template. You're a clone of that template. Now we're going to turn this into a Google Ads tool. Okay, and I put in the code from Claude, and I'm going to put that in here, and it's going to start to build that using the base information that I got from the Claude code, but turning it in from a single HTML file kind of tool into a proper web app. Okay, it will take all the features, it's going to build it all for us and do all the hard work for us. And that's as hard as it gets for for being able to do that transformation. It is that simple. You get your
Let,
idea,
let
someone
me
at
ask you
Twitter
another
links it.
question, Tony. Could you do something similar with, let's say, ChatGPT? If you're a ChatGPT guy, could you?
Yeah, you can use ChatGPT. I've done it before with ChatGPT. I've done it with Gemini as well. I just prefer Claude. I really
Yeah.
prefer Claude. But if you don't have a Claude Pro subscription, you can, of course you can do it in ChatGPT. Most people are subscribed to ChatGPT. So
And
um
I love those kinds of tools too, because you can brainstorm with like
yeah.
Claude and ChatGPT. You can brainstorm ideas. You could say, "Hey, I want to build this kind of tool. I'm going to be using Base 44, and can you help me outline and think of all the features I need and all that kind of stuff?" And you can really talk it out with that and kind of
Hmm.
get to the same, similar to what you're doing here, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I love about those chat tools is because you can really get the idea hammered out first before you paste it in here to base 44.
Okay, so this is almost built already. Okay, you can see we got our onboarding thing pop up here. One thing I forgot to do is I forgot to tell it to change the design. Claude always does these dark kind of designs. I don't like the dark designs. When you build apps, usually within Base 44, you're getting nice, bright, sort of modern, sort of SaaS type of designs. With Claude, it seems to prefer doing these dark themes, but it's not hard to change. So I'm just going to put in some information for the next prompt that I want to do. I'm going to tell it to update instructions page, update log, X, what else? Update log and what else did we have in there? Let me just double check what we need to update if I come into the preview. So we got in here instructions update log. Okay, I'll do that for now. It's just for demonstration anyway. And change colors to make it look modern SaaS type. 2026, not 1997.
Jim
Right
says,
now.
"Okay, I'm sold."
Yeah.
And
And
go
this
ahead.
is this is a good tool. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this.
Yeah.
And you will find that you're building stuff for yourself often, you know. And you once you start doing it, it's really hard not to keep building. It's really, really, it becomes a little bit addictive.
You could also do this for other people. I mean, like once
Yeah,
you've got a few of these apps under your belt,
yeah.
imagine being a programmer and not knowing how to develop like code stuff. Like you could sell this for client, you could do this for clients, or gosh, there's just so many different ways you could use this. It's just uh that's why I wanted you guys to see this because it's a superpower. The ability before we didn't I couldn't write a piece of software if I had my life depended on it. Um, and now I feel like I can create just about any tool that I wanted. It's unbelievable.
And so when I build this out, it's going to be able to generate landing pages. It's going to do the ad copy for us. It's going to do everything that is exactly the way that Justin has had in his original social media post. It's going to do those exact strategies that you just follow from blueprint steps one to 10. So you can build out like checklist style apps, like wizard step by step apps that the user just follows. So the AI needs information, they input the information, the AI can move on to the next steps. These are really simple apps to build, really simple. And just a few minutes and it will be done. And that's a transformation. So you build a web app in 10 minutes, 30 seconds to clone it, and then 5, 10 minutes to build an app. And you've got a working, sellable app. When I woke up this morning, I was not thinking about building a Google Ads app. I just saw the social media post. Okay. Uh, oh, that's going to make a good tool. You will get in the habit of that, thinking I can make a tool from that. Instead of having to follow all these steps, I can have a software do this for me. Now, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to ask it, what AI agents can we add into this app? Okay.
I think Tony's addicted. Well, maybe we need to have an intervention, Stephanie. Tell him, look, man, you're building too much.
I am. But at one point, we were releasing one new tool every week at one point. And it was all just internal launches. We didn't have time to do proper Warrior Plus, JVZoo type launches with affiliate recruitment and all that kind of stuff. And we're knocking out tens of thousands of dollars every week just by releasing one per week. If you can keep to that sort of momentum, um, then the revenue increases quite a lot. But if you um, publish them in Warrior Plus, then you do get some, you're getting new people coming into your email list with every single product launch that you do. And that's what we're teaching within the whole workshop series. It's not just the building the apps, it's how to get the ideas. There's more ways to get the ideas as well. I've even got tools as well that I can give out. Um, there's free bonus tools with every session to fit the topic of that session, stuff that I built for myself or that I use myself. What I can give away, is other people's tools, but I can tell you what I use whenever I use something like the thread reader app. Um, and then we take you all the way through from, building the web apps, building lead magnets with referral marketing built in. So the lead magnets, for example, this could have been a lead magnet. I could have given this away as a lead magnet, but made the last 5 steps a pro version. Said to people, if you recommend 3 more signups, confirmed signups, you unlock automatically the pro version. So you get them to multiply your email list. Okay, we got a template for that as well, which I teach in the second session. Then we get into the AI copywriting, and then we get into the actual selling. So we're taking through that whole system. But don't forget, when you're doing these Warrior Plus launches, what you're really doing is you're building a buyer's list. That's why those guys are producing so fast at a low cost. Okay, they're charging what seems like pennies for softwares that other people might be selling for $29 per month. They're selling stuff for $12, $14, that kind of stuff. What they're doing is they just get a really simple business model where they do a launch, build a product, do a launch, build a buyers list. They promote to the buyers list with affiliate offers. Okay. And As they start to get to know other people that build products, they cross promote for each other from time to time. And that's how they're making money. So the real money is in the email list. Okay. This whole system is all about growth for the email list. So if you take this into Warrior Plus, you start to grow, then you will, you will build that buyers list, and that's where you can make money. Now we did when we did the first versions of the no code stuff, and we had some people actually go through the whole process. We got one who did a launch, his fourth launch last week. I think he did about 250 sales in his last launch last week. His first launch with us, he did 150 sales. So he got about 80 buyers on his buyers list. Probably now he's got a few hundred. And the good thing is as well, if you build an app that we like and we think will sell to our list, if it fits our list, we will promote it for you as well. No guarantees, but if we like the look of it, good chance that we're going to promote it. So myself and Stephanie promoted that launch from Benjamin last week. He was one of our first customers for the no code stuff. Um, he made 250 sales. So he's probably in about 15,000 revenue kind of range for that sales volume.
And
Uh,
there's tons of different, there's tons
we
of
promote.
opportunity. I mean, not even not just with Warrior Plus too. I mean, there's you could build apps that you sell on webinars and sell
Mhm.
for hundreds or thousands of dollars. You could
Yeah,
sell on subscription. You can build apps that you can sell through like Facebook ads or social media ads if you want to. I know that a lot of the workshop that you're doing is focused on Warrior Plus, but I just want people to
the starting
understand
point.
all the different ways that you could go about doing it.
Yeah, it's an easy entry starting point. It's a good place to get to begin. The reason that I like it is because you will get support from us if it fits our list. Okay, so that's going to help you to build your list. That list is going to give you money when you do promotions that you can start to you first you get the motivation. Second, you can start to see immediately, if I do this more and I get a bigger list, I don't need to work for someone else. I can do this for myself. It's a good starting point from that, just to build those foundations, to be able to build that list, get that little bit of experience. And then, of course, by all means, take it further. You can even sell on AppSumo. You can list on Product Hunt and probably about 200 other sites that now do similar kind of things by now. Um, and you can run the social media ads, and you can go for the sort of monthly recurring revenue like the guys on Twitter and LinkedIn are doing. Um, all of that is possible, but this is just really a starting point and a familiarity. Can't say the word. It's familiar to a lot of people with the Warrior Plus JVZoo kind of launches. So that
Yeah,
once
I'd,
they,
I'd agree because I've been launching products on Warrior Plus for over 13 years, and
yeah,
I tell you what, it's a wonderful thing because it allows you to quickly and easily put a product up for sale. There's a lot of hungry affiliates that are willing to promote. It's a quick way to build a buyer list. And let me tell you what, a buyer list of the people that have built email lists and it doesn't produce any revenue for you, it's probably because you didn't build a customer list. You probably built it with like solo ads and freebies and that kind of thing. But when you build an email list of customers, of people that have purchased from you, they will purchase from you again and again for years and years and years. And it's a much more powerful list. So I like that you guys are teaching it that way. Um, Jim's getting a, a little impatient. He said, please get on with it.
you
All right,
can
so
you
what are
can
we
drop
looking
the
at
link
now?
into the can drop the link into the chat. You have your link there. You can just drop it into the chat.
Well, do you want to describe a little bit? I know you talked a little bit about what they would be. So
Yeah,
let's talk
I'm
about the
going to cover.
program. We
You can drop the link. I'm going to cover it in a second. I just
Okay.
put in an extra prompt here, so I need to remember and come back to this, and I'm going to put it in a place where I can easily find it because I've got like 20 base 44 tabs open here. That's a normal day, by the way. That's what it looks like in reality when you start building quite a lot. Let me come back over here and we'll cover that. Okay.
Yeah, let's cover that.
Okay, so we covered about building the apps. I gave you a demonstration. I showed you as well how to do the transformation. Okay. And these slides I got done before I came into. We cover most of this. Okay, just what people are doing, the business model, etc. So Here's what we're going to do. Let me come down to the information that we have got for the actual training that we do. Okay, so we covered the 3 ways for product ideas. What I mean.
By
Okay.
the way, I like that you didn't just do PowerPoint slides to this whole
Oh
thing.
yeah, I really do. I get them done, and I never complete them. I never go through them. My webinars are usually demo led, but it's real stuff. You can see
I
it's real
think
stuff.
those are the better ones, the ones that
Yeah,
are more like a demo. Let me just show you what we're doing, that
yeah,
kind of.
yeah. It's not a sales pitch. It's just showing you. You can see with your own eyes. Like this is real. There's no theory here at all. And when you look at the sales page as well, you're going to see some real reviews on that sales page. Those are from real people in our groups right now, um, who we interact with quite often. Okay, so here's what we're going to cover if you pick up this offer today. Okay, so session one is how to build the essay SaaS template. Okay, you've seen how to build it. Okay, I'm going to give you the exact prompt I used. Okay, I'm going to give you that. You can just copy and paste the prompt. In fact, on that session, you're going to build with me. You will need to get a base 44 account. Okay, I'll say that up front. You need to get a base 44 account. A free account won't work for what we're trying to do. Okay. This is needing minimum $20 per month plan, ideally $50 per month plan, but you can start with a $20 per month to begin with. What's the difference between $20 and $50 per month with base 44? Well, with $50 per month, you can add custom domains to your app. Okay. You get more credits, etc., that you can use as well. With the $20 one, you have to use subdomains. But what you can do is you can get a hold of a link cloaker that will keep the link the way that you write it. So you might put it on your website. I might have like anthonyhayes.me/go// whatever the name of that software is, and it would just stay in the address bar. People would not know any different. It's good enough to get started to $20 per month. Well, when you see what Base 44 can do, it's actually a really powerful marketing tool as well. It's such a powerful marketing tool. You can use it in so many different ways, not just building the apps, but the amount of stuff that you can put into the apps. Like when somebody signs up to my lead magnet, make sure they're automatically added into my ConvertKit, to my Aweber, to my Get Response, whatever it might be. Okay. Um, I often will build in as well a marketing plan for each app, and I put it in the admin area of the app and say, like, map me out um, what's working now, roadmap for marketing this app. Tell me about the customer personas. Tell me about where they hang out online. Tell me what kind of motivations they have got. What should my ads look like? What should my angles, my hooks are going to resonate with them? Create the landing pages that I need, and it will create them all within it. So it becomes a really powerful marketing tool as well. Okay. So we're going to cover building the SaaS template. You will get the prompt. The second session, which is going to be live again, how to build a lead magnet template. Again, it's a different prompt. I'll give you the prompt. And this lead magnet template is when somebody signs up, then they get access to free features. Okay, so it's a proper lead magnet. Anybody who signs up gets added to your autoresponder, whichever service you use, Aweber, ConvertKit, whatever, and it will have pro features telling people if they get 3 more people to sign up, they get unlock the pro feature. So it's going to help to multiply your email list as well. Okay. And session three is already there. Okay. Just going to put in a recording for this one about how to do copywriting with AI, how to do really high quality copywriting with AI in minutes. Okay. Very simple system. Anybody can do it. This is generated for me 6 figures just in the last few months, 6 figures. Okay, it just works. This system for AI copywriting just works. I'm not an actual copywriter. This makes me look like a rock star. Okay, and it can do the same for you. It's really simple. Takes 10 minutes to set up. Okay, once it's there forever. Use it for all your marketing materials. And then session four, it's already there where I did some funnel mapping. So I got my product and I mapped out how I'm going to do the funnel for Warrior Plus. Now, the thing to watch out for with that session is I include all the hacks and tactics and tricks to multiply your sales. Okay. How to get more funnel sales, how to increase the conversion rate, how to get higher earnings per click. It's all there. There's some things that are completely unique to the way I do stuff, and I'm giving them to you. Okay. And you'll be able to see those live as well because we've got a launch coming up with John O. Armstrong next month. And you will see that exact funnel that I mapped out. In reality, you will see it probably going to drive hundreds, thousands of sales. And you will see the impact as well. So when that's done, we will come back into, we'll do a video and put it back into the thank you page area for the members area for this. So you'll be able to see what actually happened there with that funnel that I mapped out. Okay. And you're going to see it did increase conversions. It hasn't been launched yet, but I know because I've been using it for years. It just works. Um, Previously, when I first started to use that, some of the things that I cover in that session, we made 4,000 funnel sales. It was December 2014. 4,000 funnel sales and a launch just before Christmas. Then we had another launch the week between Christmas and New Year. Use the same system again for mapping out the funnel. We made 7,000 funnel sales. Okay. This stuff works. Okay. So you'll get access to that as well. And plus, Stephanie has recorded short videos about how to list your products in Warrior Plus. You can see her do it with short videos over the shoulder. Okay. So that's a complete system there that's going to help you not just to build the apps, but being able to um, monetize them as well. Okay. And plus we put in an extra recording as well about my what I call my social listening system. That is how you find the product ideas, like I showed you with Twitter. Okay, with the newsletter and with YouTube, etc. There's other things that we can do there. You will see the recording of that as well, so you can go for that as well.
And
So
by
you've
the
got a
way,
complete.
guys, I just dropped the link in the chat box. If you want to go check it out, you can hit that link in the chat box and join the workshop.
Okay, so it's updated now. Everything in here that I wanted it to do. So what I'm looking for, it's got the blueprint steps. Update log is not here. Oh, this is the okay. One thing that I got to mention here. Okay, I did cover this in the live sessions. Is when you've cloned um your app, yeah, give it a name straight away so you can find it later. I'm just going to call this Justin's Google Ads Blueprint for now. Okay, I'll give it a proper app name later. You see, I cannot type. Imagine I wanted to code, I could not. Oh, I couldn't even my mouse skills are as bad as my keyboard skills. Google Ads tool. Okay, something like that. Google Ads, that will do for now.
So
There we
just to kind of recap, guys, and I really love this. What you're gonna get is you're gonna get access to this workshop, and it's a series. Some of the calls are gonna be live. He's gonna show you, teach you live on the calls, but you're gonna learn how to build and clone and transform your own web apps to be able to create them, even if you don't know how to do any code whatsoever. They're gonna walk you through it step by step. They're gonna show you how to build all these apps right there inside of Base 44, and you're going to get the one prompt you at the beginning of this. Some of you guys came in later, but this really hinges on Tony created this one very long prompt. When you hear the word prompt, a lot of times you just think, oh, it's like a one-liner, two-liner thing, and really it's this long stinking prompt that he has. You're going to get that one prompt, which that one prompt right there, I think is worth probably the value of the whole thing just to have that prompt because it's going to save you so much time and money. You're also going to get the module on AI copywriting with Claude, how to really sell your stuff because I think what a lot of people miss is you can create great products all day long, but it doesn't matter if you can't sell them. And you got to the words on the page sell the thing that you're selling. So you've got to have good copy on your sales pages. And a lot of us are just not really great at that. I know that's probably one of the most number one complaints I get from people is like, I don't know how to sell anything. I couldn't sell. I don't know how to sell. But AI makes it so easy to rate really, really good sales pages, email swipes, landing pages, your JV pages, all of that stuff you can have set up in minutes. And also, they're going to walk you through how you can launch these products that you're creating, these apps on Warrior Plus. They're going to show you the launch setup, the live funnel mapping, all that stuff, so that you can actually have a place. You know, you might say, well, I've got these apps now. Where do I sell them? How do I sell them? They're going to show you the easiest, lowest hanging fruit, which is Warrior Plus. You could probably duplicate the same on JV Zoo because it's very similar marketplace, but Warrior Plus, I've been using for 13 years to launch my products, so I can verifiably say that it's one of the best ones out there to launch, especially this stuff out there. And so you're going to get access to all this in the course. And I'm also going to throw in another bonus. Tony, I didn't even tell Tony about this, but I'm going to give you access. A lot of you know, since you're my subscribers, that I have a community on school called AI Hustle, and it's where we specifically just drop all kinds of stuff about how to make money with AI, how to use it to in your business, how to use it as a side hustle and that kind of thing. And that's a monthly recurring price point normally, or over $97 a year. And I'm going to give you lifetime access to that as well. If you get in today, you just need to send me an email and let me know you got in, and I can verify that, and I'll get you in. And if you're already a member of that community, I will like cancel your subscription and keep you in there kind of thing. But that's a bonus I kind of want to throw in too. Um, so that's the workshop that you're getting access to. And again, I'm going to paste that link in here one more time, just so you can see it. There's no upsells, no sideways sales, no down sales, no nothing like that. This includes everything that you need to get started doing this stuff. And I want to vouch for Tony and Stephanie. They've been doing this stuff for a long time. I've known them for a long time. They are some of the most honest and transparent people I know in this industry, which is really hard to come by. And they just want to show you actually how to do things, do what they're doing. Tony showed you like hundreds of apps that he's created doing this, using this exact same process already. So it's not some idea thing that he just kind of came up with and he's not really doing it, but he's trying to teach how to do it. And he actually does this stuff. And so I gotta say, if it interests you at all to create your own apps and use them for selling, giving away, doing it for other people, there's just a hundred different ways that you can monetize online software, online web apps. I would highly recommend getting into this, and you're in really, really, really good hands with Anthony and Stephanie, his daughter. They are a really great team, and so just got to say that again. The link is in the chat, and I'll give the mic back to Anthony.
Okay. I'm putting two links into the WhatsApp. I've got this banner across the top, but it's stopping me from getting to different pages, etc. From the Zoom, I think. Anyway,
That's good.
two links I'm going to give you if you share them in your group. Okay, bonuses. This app I just built. It's a real app. You can go and check it for yourself. Here, I'll put the link in there for you, Jeremy. I will put a custom domain on that, but this link will always work. Okay, this link will always work for that too. Okay, so if you're into Google Ads, or even if you're not, but you would like to learn how to drive traffic, this is a good little app that will help you to do that. Okay, so you can see I've been tidying it up in the background. I've been changing the design, etc. and I gave it some other things. I told it to update the instructions page, update the landing page, update the update log so that people can see the progress as we add more and more stuff into the app. So that's app number one. App number two, I'm going to give you as a bonus as well. Okay. Remember, I was talking um, about the Twitter searches that you can do to populate the For You tab. Well, this is a way that we can do it. Let me just find it. Where did I put that up? Yeah. This is a tool I built for myself to make it easy. Okay. What the For You tab does is going to give you a whole wide range of different strategies and what's working now, type of methods, the how-tos, the step-by-step guides, and that kind of stuff. But what if you want to get more specific? Okay. So that is going to be a mix of different things. Like it might be e-com, it might be list building, it might be affiliate marketing, it might be search engine optimization or AEO for the AI, SEO stuff. It might be all those different topics all in that For You tab. What if you want to get really specific? Okay. You might have a good app idea. Okay. So I can put in here, um, I can go into where it says new search and I'm going to put in here search name. I'm going to put Google. Okay. That's what I'm going to call the app because I did it in a typo. It's going to be called Google. Okay. So anyway, I can put in all of these words. I can put in and include any of these words, and I can include this exact phrase. So I'm going to put in here, include all of these words. So I'm going to put in here Google Ads, for example. Okay. And what I'm going to do, include any of these words. And I'm going to put in here DM. Okay. Most people on Twitter, when they're sharing something, they always say, you must be following for me to be able to DM the information to you. Okay. So I'm just going to put in Google Ads and DM. And I'm going to put in some dates as well. You can see you can add hashtags and stuff like that. And every time you click that, it's going to add some more fields in here. I work with just the search terms and dates. Okay. And I built this in Base 44 as well. Okay, so I want anything in the past 3 months, so it's kind of recent, and I'll save the search. Now I've saved the search, what I can do is I can click on the eye icon, and this allows me to pre-fill this search, and it will give you all of the sort of giveaways that people are doing, all the case studies, the how-tos, about Google Ads. This is where we can get specific. So whereas the For You tab at the moment is going to be a big mix of different things because we trained the algorithm just to show us the giveaway kind of things that goes on there in Twitter. This is how we can get really specific. Okay, so I'm going to give you access to this. Now you've got access to part of this. The full version, you're probably not going to need anyway. But it's not been fully built out. But for what we're doing here, it's good enough. Okay, it's good enough to be able to get you that information, the latest information about any topic. So if it's about copywriting, search engine optimization, whatever it might be, you can get this. Okay, and it's completely free to access as well. So Jeremy, I'm going to put that in here as well. You can get a hold of Xboss. And you can save your searches. So anytime I want to go and check, maybe next week I want to come back in and check, then I can come in here. So for example,
Let
if I want
me
to find it,
is that the URL the x-boss.com?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. I want to ask them to just like screenshot that because I don't want to put too many different links into the chat box and get people
okay,
confused.
okay,
If that makes sense. So
yeah, okay.
screenshot this, guys. X-boss.com. He's going to give you bonus access to this.
There was a tool that did exactly that on AppSumo. I think I bought it about 47 or $57. I built a better version of it, in, which is simple to use, um, and it is really effective for what we're doing. So anytime you want, you can just come in, go to your save searches, click on the icon, and you can get all that information. So I've got things about Facebook page monetization, for example, um, Twitter growth, 2026 working strategies, giveaways, general, Google Ads, Hormozy, traffic, listicles,
Nice.
all
So
that
I'd
kind of.
like to ask if anybody has any questions. Now would be a good time to put in your questions. If you've got questions about this, we can help you answer them. Again, you're getting this workshop. It's 4 sessions. You're getting more than that. But the 4 different sessions, you're going to learn how to build these SaaS apps. You're going to get the one prompt, which again, I would say is one of the most valuable things of this whole thing is probably worth the whole price because it's going to save you so much time and money. I love that you made that one prompt that can just boom, you got a template that you can just sprout off and copy and build anything off of at that point, and it's got all your bases covered for all your good apps. Also, you're going to get to build the lead magnet template, the AI copywriting system, which again, that's huge because you can build it, but you got to be able to sell it too, right? You need to have good sales copy on your stuff, on your pages. And so that's going to help you there. The Warrior Plus launch and funnel. I've got some Warrior Plus launch training too. If you guys need it and want to ask for me, I think that what they have done, they've been doing this a long time too, so they really know the Warrior Plus in and out. And so And again, sorry, I'm just reading the chat too. And again, I'm gonna give you bonus access to my AI Hustle community. I'm gonna waive the monthly fee on that and give you lifetime access to that. You'll get direct access to me and be able to see all kinds of new AI hustle ideas for using AI in your business. This is definitely a big one. I mean, AI tools, no code tools is huge, huge, huge. And the people that are using these tools now, man, this is like Bitcoin right before it got huge. This is like selling on Amazon before it got massive, eBay. You're right. We're right at the forefront of something incredible. And I saw this thing the other day. It was statistics of how many people are actually using AI, across the entire world. And like a large portion of them, probably 60 something percent, I think, are using something like ChatGPT. It wasn't even 60%. It was more like 40 or 30% of humans that have access to the internet are currently using an app like ChatGPT or Claude or something like that. But it's very basic stuff. They're just chatting, asking questions. And then you've got like maybe 20% that are using it for work and that kind of stuff, actually making stuff with it. And then you got even smaller percent, it's like 10% that are like making things with it that you could sell. And then it was like a tiny, 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 tiny 1% or something even lower than 1% of people that are using AI. Well, I said to make money in the last one, but to actually make money, to build tools like this, there's very, 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 very small amount of people that are actually using these no code tools to build software. And it's just such a prime opportunity. We're in this internet marketing space, so it's always in our face, and we think that everybody's using these no code tools. Nobody, hardly nobody. Go ask any one of your friends who's not into online marketing. They'll have no clue what you're talking about. And so you are on the forefront to be able to build these tools and build these software apps effortlessly without any code. You like Anthony said, you could just speak it into existence and it comes to be. And never in history have we had this a capability. So this is huge opportunity. And I would say the best education you can buy right now is education on this stuff, how to build these tools like this, because you can make so much money from building these tools. We got a few
Okay.
questions here. When will we get the prompt? Yes, you'll get the prompt when you get inside the workshop. He's got the prompt there for you. You'll get that one prompt. It took him so long, over 10 months and 200 apps to create, to perfect that prompt. And so he can't just give it to us here on the call. That wouldn't be fair to him and his time. But you'll get that inside of the workshop. Um, Stephanie answered that. How long are the sessions? They're live sessions, so that, they might be an hour, hour and five, Q&A at the end and that kind of thing.
Mm.
Any
I
other
got it.
questions that we have? Let me pop the link in here again. Here is the
Okay.
link to
Well,
join the workshop.
while you were talking there, let me show you what I did with the with the tool. Okay, I got rid of that horrible design, first of all. Then I asked, what AI agents can we build with this? Okay, and it's told me six AI agents it can build with this. And I prompted back, okay, let's build all six. And it went and built all six at one time. So you can see here now we
That's
got AI
great.
agents for keyword research,
He
campaign
did that
audits,
while I was just sitting here yapping, you guys.
yeah, for all this stuff. And also when you look at the suggestions here, there's got build an integration that connects to the user's Google Ad account via API, so that this can work with Google Ads Direct, and so it can talk to the Google Ads API, and it
Imagine
can also
telling a developer build that for me. Like,
take
all
weeks.
right, I'll get it to you like in 2 weeks, and it's going to cost
Yeah.
you 3 grand,
Oh, it costs a lot more than that for this. That would cost a lot more. The cool thing is as well, because you can do like really high quality lead magnets. This could easily have just been a lead magnet that I put on Warrior Plus as a free product, run the $49 per day marketplace ads, and let traffic come. And you're going to get a whole bunch of people signing up. And plus, at that point, once they say that they've got maybe five of these strategies, or you can even give them the whole time blueprint now. But say to them, if you want AI agents and the connection to Google Ads, your Google Ads account, then refer three other people. And that will just keep continually building your list for you in the background, which is really cool because it's not costing anything a lot of money. The other thing about Base 44 as well, this is really important. It's one of the things that I sometimes forget to tell people. When I was building tools with developers, we always had to buy separate hosting for every single app. Okay. I've got one developer who's probably got about 14 or 15 different apps, and it costs me about $300 per month to host those apps. Okay. When I'm paying base 44 and I've got one of the top tier plans because I'm a very, very heavy user, I pay $200 per month. So not only do I save by not hiring developers, but also all of these apps are hosted from base 44. All I'm doing is just speaking it into existence, clicking publish, and I can keep doing more and more and more. Okay. And I don't need to worry about the hosting. I don't need to worry about anything else. Okay. So that 200 I pay saves me a huge amount of money on developers, plus the hosting as well. Everything is there done for you. Okay. That
Yep.
makes it easy to do really high quality lead magnets. So this could have been just a lead magnet where I don't really care if I give that away. Okay. It took me how long? Half an hour work
I
to
tell
build
you
it.
what, for a long time, I was paying 200 months just for hosting for
Yeah.
all of my different websites and stuff. And like, this is hosting your apps and everything.
Yeah.
Justin's, Jim said he's in. Awesome. Welcome in, Jim. He wants to know when the first live
23rd.
sessions are going to be. Stephanie hooked him up with that information.
Yeah.
Um,
23rd and 26th. So we're going to go over session one and session two. We're going to do it live again because there's already been differences from when I recorded 2 weeks ago. Here's another
uh,
cool thing about Base 44. Let me just
Someone
show.
asks, will there be any other subscriptions I'll be needing for the training? He knows Base 44 and maybe Claude might be another one you might want.
I would suggest everybody have Claude anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I ask people like, how many Warrior Plus JVZoo products did you buy this month? And how many of you who are buying these products have got pro subscriptions or premium subscriptions to ChatGPT and Claude? And you'd be surprised how many do not, but they're spending a lot of money on Warrior Plus products. And that just kind of blows my brain. I think, well, how can you do that? How can you not prioritize having access to these premium versions of Claude and ChatGPT, but you'll go and buy, this tool that you probably spend 80, $90 in the funnel, that you're probably going to forget about in 2 or 3 months. Okay.
Ken says he's in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Here's another cool thing about Base 44. You can do these things called super agents. Okay. So this is another way that you can automate um, things like for the newsletter. I've got it created for me a Google Sheet, and it will automatically go into my Gmail. It will it will get information from every newsletter that I've subscribed to. Okay, and it will extract the information, put it into a Google Sheet, and in the final column, it will tell me if it's a good idea for an app to build there. And that's all from the base 44. So you can create a super agent just from within your base 44 account. Okay. Also, another thing I didn't even notice this until the other day. When you go to click on publish, you notice here we got web or you got mobile app. You can actually publish a mobile app from the app. This new. This is what I mean. They're consistently improving things, consistently getting better. That's new. I only noticed that last week, a few days ago.
So not only can you make web apps, but you can do mobile web apps
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh
Very, very good.
gosh, that's dude. I'm like, I don't know. Is anybody else's head spinning with ideas right now? Because mine,
My head is spinning with
uh,
workshop ideas.
I am
Because I know how to
so
do some of this stuff with the mobile apps. I've done some stuff with the mobile apps and stuff before. So my head is spinning with workshop ideas. Like I can teach people how we should do this, how we should really approach this. I just got more and more workshop ideas. So you're going to see me pop up with, these no code workshop series often. And it's going to be good training. It's going to be really, really good training.
Stephanie
And
says yep, I build apps weekly now. It's insane.
yeah,
I
all my
mean,
team can build apps
seriously.
now. Even the two kids that come and do the newsletter, that's all done by AI, but they're sort of putting it together and putting the images and stuff. But they're not marketers, but they build tools in Base 44 for me as well. They actually
Who's
know how
that?
to go and build tools. Yeah.
Who is
And they
that?
don't need to be marketers because the AI understands the marketing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, uh, I'm like I don't know if you could tell, but I'm actually really excited to start creating my own apps. I mean, I've been selling info products for a long time, and I've sold software products before, but I've always had to have a developer. I've always either had to pay out of the wazoo to the developer, or I've had to give up half of my money to the developer. And it's always takes forever for them to build the thing, and then you have to go back and forth with them, and it's that's why I don't release that many software products because but I have so many ideas for different apps that I want to build. And this just makes it effortless, almost effortless. Like you said, you put in the one prompt and then you just speak it into existence and it's there. It does it all for you. You don't even have to get your hosting. That's the other thing. Setting up the hosting and all that stuff. You don't have to do that for every site. This just hosts it all there for you. It's this is brilliant, man. Seriously, I'm so glad that you came on and did this for us. I really
I
am.
just testing.
This was not, I mean, I approached Tony. I was like, will you please get on Zoom and show my list this stuff because I got super amped about it. Yeah, Stephanie
So
said, yeah, you just click publish and your app is live on the web. I mean, you can't get any easier. It's crazy. Oh, and he's doing some more stuff down there.
yeah, I just testing the keyword research agent in here, and it's giving me all these keywords, long tail keywords. Compared, I didn't even ask for this. Okay, I didn't ask for this. I I just gave it that Justin information from Justin Brook. Okay, so we put it in Claude and then we put it in here. I was just testing it. You can see this stuff works. It's not just, it's not gimmicky at all. It's just real stuff that really works. It's even giving me negative keywords and stuff. But I'm looking at that and thinking, well, you should have put that into the ad groups for me so that I don't need to figure that out. So all we do in that kind of situation is can the ad feature to automate the ad groups. For example, in this test, I got these keywords. And you just talk to it like normal, like you would talk to a developer kind of. And you can just screenshot as well. This helps a lot when you do things like screenshots, so it can see it can get context of what you're talking about. Okay, and you just communicate with the AI like you would communicate with somebody over Skype or something like that, and it will go and do it.
That's crazy.
And
Um,
you just
go
keep making the apps better, better, better.
ahead. You can add on more and more. So you guys have any more questions? We got any more questions? Let's see, we're running on about 2 hours here now, just about. I want to make sure that we got everybody's on board. They know what's going on, what you're being, what's offered here, the workshop, any other questions that you have. And man, you've really shown us a lot just here on this call. You really opened my eyes to this world of building these apps, even more so than before. Now I'm really pumped. I'm like
Yeah,
really, really
it's the
pumped.
simplicity as well, isn't it? It's just how easy it is actually to do and to work with.
Kat
Um,
says yes, so much value. I agree.
yeah, very cool. I like this.
Love it, man. Love it. I'm so glad you did this. So this is the keyword research assistance that you put in here.
Yeah, I'm just building out in real time. This is the kind of stuff I do. Sometimes I've got TV in the background. I've got my sort of recliner chair and I've got my laptop and I'm just working away while I'm watching the TV and stuff like
I
that as
do
well.
that.
Even when we're sitting in the car, well, my girlfriend drives here. I don't drive here in Thailand. I can drive, but not here. It's too many motorbikes and stuff around about. But I just sit in the car and I'm just coding from my telephone, building new stuff all the time, nonstop.
Kat says she's gonna blame you if she can't sleep tonight. I get it. I need to. And um oh, that's a good question. What's a good email if they need to ask any more questions outside of this call? If they need to reach out for support from
Yeah.
you guys or just to ask more questions about this? Yeah, Stephanie's got us taken care of. There it is. There's the support. And here's the link again, since it's so far up there. Here's the link if you guys want to get in to the workshop. Highly, highly recommend it, guys. I mean, I'm not just saying that. These two, these two people are I would send my own mother to them to learn from, and I really mean that. Now, she's not super technical. You don't have to be, but I would totally trust my own mother in their hands to learn this stuff from. And they speak from experience too. Anthony's been doing this for a while, a long time, and he's been using the. I'm really impressed how many apps you've built with this already. So you really know this. You're starting to learn that base 44 like the back of your hand, don't you? These no-code tools.
Well, yeah, it was kind of like an apprenticeship going through it all. That's how we get to the point where we could do the one prompt sort of version of what we do. But it's continual learning. It's fun as well. This is the thing. Internet marketing should be fun. It should not be stressful. It should not be an expensive hobby, which it is for too many people, for far too many people. And that's not their fault. They've just become consumers instead of producers when this changes everything. This makes you the producer. And even if you don't want to build, if you don't want to build to sell, but you want to build to use for yourself, you might see an app that is charging $29 per month or $199 per month. You can just grab the features, go to YouTube, go and ask for, look for a demo video of that particular tool, grab the transcript, Put it into base 44, say build me something. Put it into Cloud first is even better. Okay. Build me something, put it into base 44, just like I've done with this. Very quick, very easy. And so now, we got a really good tool. Yeah, I'm excited about this tool, by
Yeah.
the way.
I know you use Claude, and I've used Claude a little bit. I'm more of a Chat GPT guy just because I like the conversational tone. We can
Uh-huh.
argue which one's better. Anybody could argue which one's better. Either one, but I tell you what I love about those kinds of tools is that it can help you come up with all kinds of ideas. Like you can go to ChatGPT or Claude and you can say, I'm into real estate or I help real estate professionals or something like that. And you can say, what are some tools that I could make? What would be some valuable tools in this industry or this niche? Maybe I'm into email list building. What are some tools that I could make that would be profitable or that could really help me on my journey? Those kinds of things. And you can get endless ideas just from talking to AI. And then you could say, okay, well, I want to flesh this out a bit. What are all the features that would be useful for this? And just within minutes, you can have an idea for any industry and all the features and boom. And then you go over here to base 44 and create it in minutes, like Anthony just showed us how to do. Um, Here's a good question, Anthony, and I wanted to ask you the same question actually. Have you used Lovable? How does base 44 compared to Lovable to
I
you?
think Lovable's got a sort of steeper learning curve.
Yeah.
Base 44 is for people like me. Can't type, don't understand code, don't want to learn to understand code, don't want to go through a learning curve, don't want to mess about with MySQL databases and websites like Superbase and have to go into your Google account to generate Google authorization, which if you tried to do that for the first time, you're not a coder, it'd probably take you 2 hours just for that one task and you feel really frustrated and deflated afterwards. Base 44 is for people like me, who just want
That's
to
a
move fast, who just want to say, do this for me and it gets done. I don't need the learning curve. I don't want to learn code. I've got no interest in learning code. I just want to build my tools. So when you're using tools like Lovable, yes, they've got a really good reputation, but there is a steeper learning curve. Base 44 is just simple, and it's cheaper as well, especially when you're using this prompt so that you've got your web app template. And the good thing about having a template as well is you can always update it with the extra things that fits you. Um, Kind of like in WordPress, if I have a template in WordPress that I create new websites from every time, maybe I'm going to put on my own custom WordPress plugins that I'm going to use on every site, etc., etc. Same here, you can just put in the features that you want in every single app. Maybe you want to make sure you got an AI support bot at all times. Um, Maybe you want to make sure that when you're building an app like this, I'm just going to ask it in a second. Look, um, it's great that we got this app, but I want to have an AI chatbot inside for anybody who's using this app as a customer, um, to get the latest information and advice for Google Ads. Okay, so they can type in what's the latest strategies or whatever. So it's going to have that live chat in there, and it will tell you how it compares to the strategy that you've got built into the app, kind of thing. So this kind of things you can just build it out any way you like, and it just
I
gets
will
better.
agree. My experience, and Stephanie even says Lovable is very technical in her opinion. From testing it, it involves a lot of steps. I had the same experience with Lovable myself. I started to do a project in Lovable, and I got overwhelmed, and I was like, you know
Yeah,
what? I gave up on it.
yeah.
And that's why another reason why I'm really excited about this with Base 44 because it looks a lot more uh, like you're saying. It seems a lot easier. I'm technical enough to be dangerous, but not when it comes to coding and programming and stuff. That stuff is like light years away from my brain.
That's what allows us to focus on the business and focus on the marketing and stuff like that instead of learning how to build. I mean, to some extent, I feel sorry for those developers who spent years learning how to code, and that they're up against this now. And
Yeah.
it's not just that anybody can code now. Anybody can build tools. It's also that more people are doing it. There's becoming more competition for the tools that are actually being produced. Okay, so they're getting drowned out just simply because nobody wants to spend the kind of money it used to cost to hire developers. And because there's more and more apps being built by people like me, it means that the marketplaces are starting to get more and more flooded with more apps. So that drowns them guys out as well. It means the prices are coming down, and that prices them out of a job kind of thing. So I do feel sorry for some of those guys. Um,
Yeah.
but that's our benefit. This is why it's good to be doing stuff with AI that is um, producing instead of just consuming all the time. You can go through all the different AI courses, and there's tons of stuff, even just free stuff on Twitter. You've got no time for that. Just pick one thing and start to learn how to do it really good like this. And you can offer it as a service. You can sell it on the Warrior Plus. You can go for the monthly recurring revenue model and run ads on LinkedIn, Twitter, Google Ads, etc., and build up. You don't even need to be good at things like Facebook ads or Google ads yourself. You can find people who are good at that, can do it for you, kind of thing. Make your money from a Warrior Plus launch, put it into getting a couple of ad buyers or media buyers to help you to scale it. And there's multiple things you can do. You got a proper business model here.
Yeah,
Complete start.
that 13 years ago, I realized the time I started making money online, like I was buying course after course after course after
Yeah.
course, and I'm like, man, I'm buying all these things. I don't, I can't make any of it work. I don't understand. Why ain't I making money? And one day it just hit me. I was like, dude, I need to be the guy selling the stuff, not buying all the stuff. It's like the guys that are making the money are the guys that are selling the things, right? All this stuff that I'm buying. And that inspired me to create my very first course. And I created my first course. I put it on Warrior Forum. Some of you guys may have know about that. It was Warrior Plus kind of sprouted off of that, but and I sold a few copies and that was it. I was just like, oh my God, people are buying things from me online. I made something. It was horrible, but they're buying it from me. And the next thing you know, I quit my job like 2, 3. I don't recommend you do this, but I quit my job like 2 or 3 months after because I started putting out more courses. And every time I put out another product, I would get more and more and more sales. I was getting like hundreds of sales. And then I started putting out software with a guy. I met a software developer that helped me turn one of my course ideas into software. And that was my first six-figure launch was with that software and we made six figures in like a week's time. Maybe it was 2 weeks, but it was like very short window of period of time we did six figures, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is life changing. And that was, like I said, 13 plus years ago, and I have been doing this stuff ever since. And what you said is so true. Start becoming the producer and not so much the consumer. We still consume stuff, but the stuff that I buy helps me accomplish the task of producing, like this kind of stuff. This is a workshop I would invest in to learn how to produce and create something that I can sell. In this case, it's software. So and it's one of the most valuable things that you can sell online. You can sell info products. They're kind of this game, the info product game is getting harder and harder because AI, you can get any information that you want just by talking to Claude or ChatGPT. But software, it's really starting to curve into software. People are buying software like crazy. And now is the time to start selling it. And now we have the ability, anybody to just go and create these apps. And so I'm super, super stoked about it because I can see the information product world is slowly, not necessarily declining. You can still make good money in it, but it's really shifting to software. people are buying apps more than they're buying soft information these days. All right, so
Yeah, and you can take information products. There's some great information products, and some of them sell not a lot of money on Warrior Plus and JVZoo. And you can take that information and build an app from it. You can automate it, like I did last week with the KDP tool.
yeah.
And it's just easy to be able to do that. And you will hear a lot of people say as well, software is kind of going to die out because people are starting to use AI agents, but you can build AI agents into the software. They can run on AI agents. So, as long as it's doing tasks that we don't want to do because it takes time or because it takes money, um,
Yeah, and
or
we
because
haven't reached that point yet either. Because like I said before, it's like 1% of people that are actually using AI to like automate things and do
yeah,
things like that. It's very actually, it's surprisingly small percentage of people. So people are still buying software and apps like crazy because they don't know
yeah,
how to build them themselves and they don't want to take the time to learn how to go automate it with AI. So they'll invest in the software that just does it for them. And you could be the guy or gal that creates the software that does it for them. I mean, and then the AI, even with AI agents, like Anthony said. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
no, it's fine. That's fine. I just, the whole point of this is that you can put things like AI agents in here. You can have that automation to go and do research, bring back information on a daily basis, send you notification. All that can be done from inside these web apps. Okay, you can build your AI agents inside these web apps just by talking, and there's no learning curve.
I
There
like
is
what
no.
Ken says. He says there's still people buying 8 tracks on Amazon. We're light years ahead of most people. Good point. So listen, Anthony, unless you've got any more big things that you want to talk about, we're rounding up here on time. I just posted the link to the workshop there again for you guys in the chat if you want to get in. Now would be a great time to ask any last questions that you want answered. You've got a very smart, very intelligent guy here on the call with you. And I don't mean myself. I'm talking about Anthony. And now would be a great time to ask him any questions. I think we might want to wrap it up here in just a minute. I'll stay on as long as you guys want to, but I know some of you are probably getting ready to fall off. So I just wanted to make sure that we cover all our bases here. Anything else that you wanted to add here, Tony?
No, not. I think we covered a lot, and I don't want to add too much more on it because there's already a lot of information being shared. And the key thing is, I think, for people to realize what an opportunity this is, not only just to build the tools, but learn how to build the tools. Even just discovering the stuff on this call, like Base 44 is by far the easiest platform to build no code tools. The other stuff that we've been sharing, they can find, how to find winning products. There's a lot of information we put into this session that is going to be ringing in people's heads for, it's going to be stuck there for a few days. But don't miss the opportunity, guys. This is real stuff. And you know, we've been doing this for quite a long time with the no code stuff. As far as it doesn't sound long for 10 months, but that's been building every single day. We have bypassed a lot of the problems that you would face if you just go straight into Base 44 or any other no code platform. That prompt that we're going to give to people who make a purchase, that is going to save you time. If you try to build that prompt on your own without having the experience, you're going to run into a lot of difficulties. You can probably get there in the end, but you're going to go through a lot of frustration and stuff like that. It's been tried, it's been tested, it's been evolved over time, etc. as well, and it just plain works. Okay, so that's your head start to be able to knock these out and make money or save money, even if you don't want to build, if you don't want to build to sell, but you just want to build to not have to spend money on tools that you see is monthly recurring revenue or even just a Warrior Plus or JVZoo offer, you can go and knock those tools out very, very quickly yourself. So
Yeah.
You can save.
By the way, I love how this whole time you're like, you've been editing and updating and
Yeah.
tweaking the software that you're building, and it's just like running
Yeah.
in the background, updating stuff, and like he's building software right in front of us guys on this call.
Yeah.
That's
We,
it's
we just built
mind-boggling.
a landing page builder. So when we do the keyword research in here, it's going to automate into the keywords it generates is going to automate into ad groups, and then it's going to create a new landing page for every ad group. Very cool. So it's
Bonk.
going to design it. It's going to build a landing page for every ad group, so you can run your Google ads really efficiently. Nice. I like this.
Awesome.
I'm excited about this tool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I look forward to coming soon to a sales
Yeah.
page near you, huh? Well, listen, guys, I'm going to give us what about 60 seconds more to get any last minute questions in. There's the link here. I'm just going to post it one more time just for giggles. There's the link again there if you want to join the workshop. Um, Stephanie posted the emails. I'll just post them again here. Here are some email addresses that you can reach out to them for more questions if you have them. But we'd love to see you get inside of this. And I mean, seriously, this is a huge opportunity to be able to create. Just imagine waking up, you have an app idea, bam, you flesh it out like 10, 20 minutes you spend with this thing, and you've got a working, full-fledged SaaS product that you can go and sell or give away or whatever. You know, that's huge. I hope everybody here realizes how huge of an opportunity that is. I mean, I'm not a developer, and so that excites me so much that I know that I can go and build this kind of stuff without having, and Anthony, like he said several times, he is not a coder. He does not know how to code, how to develop, but he's built over 200 web apps just using this base 44 and just speaking it into existence. So there's really something to be said for that. I don't know many other people that are really doing it like that and that have had that much experience with it, especially in such a short period of 10 months is a pretty good amount of time in internet AI time. Things are
Yeah.
moving so fast. And I like that you've been using it every day because you've seen the progression of base 44, so you know all the nuances of it. You know what the latest and greatest stuff is, and I'm sure that you'll be keeping everybody up to date with these kinds of things as they come along. And in the workshops, you'll be showing the latest, literally the latest stuff. Y'all may have not have caught it before, but he did a somewhat similar workshop a few weeks ago, and he said things have already changed. And so that's why he's doing this workshop again live, because things have already changed in that short period of time, like with Base 44, that there's more stuff that you can do with it. So he's teaching it again live for you guys so you can get the latest stuff. So there's the link again. There's the emails. Any last minute questions? We're going to close it out here. And Stephanie, thanks for coming on too, as well, and answering people's questions. I know you've been right there with your dad, uh, doing this stuff. You've been building, you said you've been building a bunch of apps yourself. Y'all are a great team. It's been wonderful working with you guys. Ken says, great session. Thanks. Thank you, Ken, for joining us. Um, Really, thank you for everybody that came and watched this webinar. I really hope that whether you join or not, the workshop, I hope that you got something out of it. I know I did. And just checking my, oh, that's my mother. My mother messaging me. Um, Thanks for coming out, guys. We're gonna
All right.
wrap it up. There's the link one last time. Anthony's still building. He's still.
Yeah, once you get into the flow, when you get
You're
into the flow,
addicted, aren't you?
well, when you get into the flow state with this, you know what you're looking for, and you think, okay, how am I making this better? But you've got, I'm thinking how to make it for myself exactly the way I want it because I'm not an expert in Google Ads, so I need this to be really freaking simple for me. So it's going to be simple for everybody. So yeah, I'm going to make a really good Google Ads tool from this. It's
Anthony's
already
brain
good.
had totally left the webinar and he's like just into building this app now. You're like, all right. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you again soon. Thanks for hopping on.
Cheers. Thanks, Jeremy.